Well, hello, I'm Ian. My shed, you all know that. You know you're all welcome. 2018, Happy New Year. New resolutions. Nah, more of the same old stuff for the rest of the year. I have embarked on a project. I'm going to take you off there and show you in a minute. And then I've been sent something as well, so probably my second unboxing. So we'll get to that. I'll show you what I'm up to. Go on, let's have one hour. New Year's resolution, less of the fingers. No, that's it. I'm going to talk for the rest of the year. I'm going to talk with my arms like this and just waving me. No, not waving my fingers about it all. Come on, I'll show you what I'm doing. Well, if any one of you can remember a year ago, I did a little, hang on, time for a little one. I made myself a little promise, and that was I was going to get my lathe up and running. That year, I failed. However, you know, got the rest of the life in front of me. But I've started. Initially, of course, my problem is, you guys don't know this, but my floor was well not level. So I got some self-leveling compound and I've levelled it off, feathered it in. Whole different tale, some people know it. And I've took all the parts off the lathe. Well, technically not. It came in pieces. You can see it all needs a good clean. So I've laid out the items that I need to clean. Over here there's more bits, including the bed, the headstock, no, that was the tailstock over there, the headstock, the saddle, all needing a good clean. I've got something there, you can see it's just in there, it's full of gunge and grot. So that's that. I'm on with that. Might make a series of videos on that, might not, depending on how time goes. But I'm going to say, right, okay, I'm off on holiday, going to do that. What happens? Here we go. I get a leak, so I have to hang a bucket up there. Why have I got a leak? Well, I don't know. Water ingress. Only a tiny one, but it's enough to mean I have to put a bucket there. Never had a leak for years in this garage. I'm intrigued. Now, some of you guys will know, remember, I was given a couple of gas heaters. And I'm kind of wondering. Now, you know, when you use these things, I think it's something like for every kilogram of gas that you use, you put 5 litres of moisture into the atmosphere. So is that leak really condensation? I don't think so. I'm well insulated, you know, plastic cladding behind that polystyrene. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I've got a leak. Okay. Aha, that's the box I got. That's my unboxing. We'll get back to that in a second. Right, let's go in here. Bit of a mess. And over there on the wall, big gap. Put you back on the pedestal. And all this mess is caused by a neighbour asking me for 3 bolts. 3 bolts, exactly the same length. And I'm going to digress a little here and go back into my past. When I was a young lad, and I just moved into an house, lived in a street. A couple of guys there, a bit like me, but back then. So we had a guy called Anton Homich. Well, he was a Polish guy, came over from the Second World War. Great guy. I can say Homich, I can't spell it. It had C, H, W, Z, K, Y and K and something else in it. Another guy called Pop Lewis. I was 25 and he then was 70 years old. He was a retired plumber. In fact, we called him the Midnight Plumber because he would do anything for that estate that we lived on. But he'd only ever come around late at night. And if he had a leak, it could be midnight before he finished the job. Didn't want anything. What a guy. God rest his soul. Passed away many years ago. As did Anton. Now Anton, like I said, was a guy a bit like me. Collected everything. He had everything. You needed something, go and knock at his door and say, ask Geet. Sorry. Have you got my local dialect? Ask Geet. Ask Geet this. Ask Geet one of these. Never mind. That take me forward 45 years. No, it's too many. 35 years. I'm wishing my life away. I've come forward 35 years. And I'm very similar to those guys. I collect everything. Yeah, you know that. You've seen I've got everything. Trouble is, I'm not quite as organised with it. So, my neighbour the other night, it was a son. It was my son's 15th birthday, and she was fitting as a surprise a television to his in his bedroom, to the wardrobe. It was like a metallic French cleat system, but the chipboard, rating on 18mm, was actually 22mm. There's two of them, 44mm. She bought something like 40mm bolts, so they weren't long enough. Needed a minimum 50. Quick knock on the door or a message. Everything's Messenger or Facebook these days, isn't it? Ask Geet. She didn't say ask Geet. Have you got, it's all posh, have you got 3 bolts exactly the same length, about 50-55mm? Well, of course I have. I've got everything in here. Anything anybody could want. The problem is, it's not organised. So you can see that space over there, right? Well, that space is over there because, show you this. That's because all my tubs are there. I know I've got 3 bolts. I've got a bowl there that's full of bolts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tubs there that's full of bolts. I have to empty them all out. But you know what? Can I find 3 bolts exactly the same? No, I can't. This is what she had, but well, similar. Had a posi head that she wanted, and I got them and I'd found 2 of them, and I've got 1 of them, and I've got some studdings, and I've got these unusual things, and I've got some coach bolts, but I only had 2 of them, and I've got these. I have 3 of these, but they're a different thing and they weren't suitable. In the end, bear in mind, I wanted about 50mm. I had these are like 75mm. I had 4 of these. Slot head. Nobody uses slot head anymore. So took them, we ended up cutting them off. Well, that means I had to empty everything on my bench just to find a neighbour. 3 bolts. At it again with the fingers. But you can't say no, can you? Because 35 years ago, I was knocking on my neighbours and saying, ask Geet, I was getting 3 of these, come help me out. So yeah, I did. Got a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to tidy this mess up and then we'll get to the unboxing. Give me 25 minutes. See, just like magic, all clear. Actually, no, I couldn't be arsed. All I did is empty the tubs in some bowls. Sooner or later, sort that out. Right, unboxing. Let's get you on the tripod. One box. Hi, hello. Yeah, you know, I don't know. So, one box sent to me from a subscriber. I've not got that tripod set up right. I tell you what, if I lean that way, no, if I, I'll just have to be bent. Sorry, guys. So, box sent from a subscriber. Paul, I don't know his last name. Paul, the Backyard Welder. Now, I'll put a link below. He's a great guy. I'm not into his singing much, but he's a great guy. Got lovely kids, lovely family chap. And he's actually part of our Thursday night, every Thursday night, Robert Nurden. You've heard me mention him in the past. You can find him on YouTube. He hosts a little get-together of like-minded welder, fabricator, Looney Tunes. We all get together and Thursday night, 8 PM UK time. We're a little bit of a following. We're as mad as hell, honestly. Mad as hell. Mad as a, what did they say? Mad as a bulldog chomping on a wasp. That's it. Paul, see me on there, seen a few things. He sent me something. I don't know what I've got, but anyway, cool. Let's get it off. I'll put his details in at the end. I'm just as intrigued as you guys. Okay. I don't know. 2-3 kilograms. Ain't that heavy. That's me. That's me, Ian Matthews. Trusty stripping knife. It says that's the sender, but doesn't give his name. Wakefield, West Yorkshire. Yorkshireman. Oh my God, we had a war. Back in the day, Lancashire and Yorkshire, we had a war. Called the War of the Roses. You can look it up. Red for Lancashire, white for Yorkshire. We won, so it don't really matter, but it might have been about 300 years ago, but it's 400 years, still a little bitter. There's no love lost between Lancashire folk and Yorkshire folk. But then again, time moves on, so you've got to bury the hatchet sometime. I'll still accept a gift from a Yorkshireman, which is surprising because they're known for being tight, really tight. There's a rumour that copper wire, now if you know that 1896 pennies, they were made out of copper. There was a rumour going around that copper wire was invented by 2 Yorkshiremen fighting over a copper penny, and they pulled it that much between them, they turned it into copper wire. I don't know if it's true or not. Back to the unboxing. Oh, I'll tell you what, you won't believe that. I need some of that. I've got a kitchen cabinet in the bathroom and I'm getting some condensation on the inside of the kitchen cabinet because it fits to the outside wall. What I said I'd do, I would get some insulation, take the cabinet off the wall, put that against the wall and insulate the cabinet against the outside wall. I'm already on a winner. Right, Means I've got a life vest. Well, that was heavy, wasn't it? It seems I've got a life vest. Yeah, no, that's interesting. It looks like it's a scorpion. Ow! I've got too much cable with that. It's as blunt as anything. Wow! 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 Could be an angle grinder holder. It's a bit of a shame really, because I've just made one of them. I tell you what, it's better than mine though. I like that. I do like that. Right, it reminds me of a scorpion. What have we got? What have we got here? 30mm. 30mm rebar. Two of them weld together. Some motorcycle chain. We've got a bit of a prongy thing with a, so it's like a scorpion tail. Ah, I know what it is. Sorry, I'm being dense. It's a third hand. It's a welder's third hand. Well, oh, thank you very much. I haven't got a welder's third hand. I'm not a welder. Never mind about that. So, back to this. Anyway, listen. Look, you won't believe this. Look here. I've actually cut material to make my own welder's third hand. So, you've actually saved me a little bit of time there. Thank you very much. I like that. What's a welder's third hand, you might say? Well, for non-welders out there, if I was welding that, and I wanted to weld that on there, and it was moving about, you put that on top of the, it would apply some downward force, allowing you to weld. So it's a third hand. You're doing something with this hand, you're doing welding with that hand, and that applies some force where you want it to. Oh, hang on. Bring you up here and I can see it. You see that there? The backyard welder. That's Paul. I like that, Paul. Thank you very much. Guys, a chunky bugger. I like it. It's like a scorpion. Come on, get up. There. I'm sorry, we're still twisted. Well, like that. Right, apologies. I thought when I first saw it, it was an angle grinder holder. So apologies about that. Although, I'll tell you what, stick that in the vise like that. Where are we? Stick that in the vise like that. And it's a pretty nifty angle grinder holder. I like it, Paul. I like it. I like it so much. I'm going to take it to bed with me. It's like having a pet, isn't it? You welding? You welding? Come on, you welding? You need to hold something. That's just, it's there, isn't it? Take it off. Weld it, finish. Back on your shoulder. Tell you what, see them? See them? You want to climb a roof. You want to climb a roof. Climb a wall. Tie a bit of rope round that. Whoa! Boom! It's a grappling hook. This is going to have many uses in this garage, many uses. I like it. Paul, thanks very much. Everyone out there, Happy New Year. Oh, I'm cracking on. Oh, stop it, stop it.